Hello everyone, good morning. This is Rashmi from Desi Girl magazine, and today I have got a very interesting topic to talk about, and we have a very special guest. So the topic is, we all need a little inspiration, especially during these times. So we have a very wonderful motivational speaker, Rekha, and today we're gonna talk about all these things, that how we should keep ourselves motivated. So I'm gonna invite her, and so come on, I'll just invite her. Hello.
Hi,
Hi. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for coming and giving us this opportunity to hear from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Pleasure is all mine.
So I was just telling our viewers that today is a very special day. We're going to talk about, we all need some inspiration, and especially during this time. So I will be starting with a very general thing. Tell us about yourself, just a little bit about you, your family, where were you born, and all, a little about Rekha Ji.
Yeah. First of all, a very good morning to viewers there, and very good evening to viewers here
Yeah.
in different time zones. A very
Yes.
happy day to everyone. I am Rekha Chopra, and I'm a staunch feminist. I'm a motivational speaker and a blogger, and I write from the bottom of my heart. So my Insta handle says Dilserekha. Why Dilserekha? Because I pen my videos in Hindi and English from the bottom of my heart. The whole idea of Dilserekha was to remove these gender stereotypes and bring awareness and love among women of my age and beyond. And I have been born in a very small town in Punjab, which I haven't visited after my birth. I have done my schooling from the city of Taj, Agra, from Convent of Jesus and Mary. And I think the missionary education played a very vital role in my upbringings. So my horizon and my attitude changed a lot. And then when I got married to an ex-merchant Navy captain. My husband is an ex-merchant Navy captain. So we circumnavigated the world, and that changed a lot. And by God's grace, I'm a mentor of change appointed by the government of India. I've mentored many teenagers, and I've been really lucky to be one of the board members of Chopra Foundation, where we provide digital literacy to rural females and just do a small part in removing poverty. And one more, I'm a co-founder of Project Karuna. It's a niche travel company because India, is such a beautiful place. So our whole purpose is to make the visitors seek the nooks and corners of these pretty uninhabited places in India. That's about me.
It's so wonderful. I mean, there's so many things you are doing. Really, it's mesmerizing.
Humbled.
So, how did it started? I mean, when did you thought that, okay, I need to be a motivational speaker and I should, create these things or go into, because you are more into the society, upliftment of the society, right? That kind of a work you are doing. So how did it all started? We all want to know.
Lockdown, in this pandemic, this lockdown wasn't, I'll say it was an eye-opener. It was actually a revelation.
Yes.
I always say I'm a homemaker and proud. The Herculean task of the homemakers came into forefront. People never realized how much work they do.
Exactly.
So during this time when the entire family was at home, they said, oh my God, there's so much of work needs to be done. You have a help, but then also the help needs to be told what needs to be done and what it's not going to be done. So when my children saw me, they said, Mom, you are so particular about all the things. Why don't you start your Insta channel? I said, I don't know anyone on Insta. And they literally forced me, no, you must start. I said, I'm fine. So this way, my children literally forced me, my son and my daughter, they literally forced me, and I started Dilserekha. Because they have seen me, right from the very beginning, they've seen me. If things don't go my way. My means the right way. I have to put my foot down. I cannot tolerate anything, because I think I'm a strong woman. You know why? Because I was raised by very strong parents. Gender neutral roles played in a family. I've seen my father in the kitchen, men working in the kitchen was nothing, it was a norm in our house. So to break these gender stereotypes, even in my schools, I used to go to orphanage houses and these, all these places, and I used to see how women are treated, So, and when I make these videos, some of these people, I have seen many females, things have changed. Things have changed for you and me. But there's so many unprivileged females. When we go in rural areas, we have to tell them, please respect yourself. If you respect yourself, then only the entire flock will respect you. So that's why this thing of motivation started, it kept on my mind. I said, okay, I should go. And by God's grace, now people DM me. Man, can you speak on this topic? The love which I got, the friends I made was absolutely, mind-blowing and so heartwarming.
Absolutely. You gave a very right, these things can be given by the person who works on the grassroots level. People, they say, I hear many people, they say, oh, things have changed, things are like, it's nothing like that, and gender, this and that, both are equal and all. But things have changed on a very, on the surface only, very few people. Still, I know people over here also. If we say this is, gender things are still prevalent everywhere. It's just not a problem for
South Asian. Take these WhatsApp forwards. Why the females I hate these WhatsApp forwards, and especially during these pandemic times. Be kind to your wife because the restaurants are closed, and then you make a funny emoji and then you forward it. This is toxic masculinity, which needs to be put an end right now. So I always hate these forwards, and those forwards where they'll show you women as a superpower. On hand you have a laptop. Who wants to be a superpower, please? Share the responsibility. I'm not taking any extra work. I'm doing my share of work. Please do your share of work. I want my me time. Hashtag me time is must for everyone. Whether you're a male or a female or a child, everyone needs the hashtag me time.
Exactly. And these, people, they don't realize, they make the jokes of the wifey jokes and all that, what they go ahead. This is sometimes, it's nothing to be made fun of. When you are in this role, it's not easy. It's really not easy.
What happens, like the females of our age, who are raising kids, I'm being blessed with a son and a daughter. Now, when I brought my daughter, the gender equality was so at the nascent stage. When you sow it, it becomes a normal norm, If she has to do it, the brother is also do it. If the maid is not come, you both have to share the responsibility. So that becomes the norm. So we, the educated mothers, we have to sow the seeds of gender equality, And why? I think the men also are burdened under this patriarchy,
Yes.
I mean, why should their poor shoulders bear the entire livelihood? I mean, they have to look after everyone. So it is nice if the wife, and even in my one of my videos, I've made this 13 reasons why women should be economically independent, It's very important. I think the most important thing we need to teach our daughters is being economically independent. When economic independence is there, things change, When I was very young and I must be up to 12, my dad, such an old thing, he told me, when your hand is like this, your hand should not be like this. Your hand should be like this. When it's this, life changes 360 degrees, You are the giver. You are the giver. You're not the taker. It's very, very important that we teach our daughters. Marriage is secondary. Your goals in life should be very, very important.
Exactly. Absolutely. So my next question will be, how do you get those? What do you use? How do you get those ideas? Like if you want to speak of something, where the ideas come? How do you brainstorm
Ah,
them?
in India, ideas are flocking everywhere. I mean, I'll tell you one very funny thing. I called my like a poor doorkey relative, very, very far off. And
Yeah.
in this lockdown, they had this marriage. In lockdown, you have only 20, 25 people marriage.
Yeah.
So, so I just called up. How is it? I just wanted to know about the newly bride. The elderliest auntie in the house, she must be in the 70s or 80s. Now you can't change their mindset,
Exactly.
So she's telling me, oh, the daughter-in-law is so nice. Poor girl, she doesn't have time for herself. The daughter-in-law is so nice. Poor girl, she doesn't have time for herself. And this Hindi word, bichari, should be locked and sealed and thrown out of the ocean. And then, my God, I said, I have to write a poem on it, But the bichari, so please do not call us bichari.
Yeah, I know.
So the ideas, of these videos, they just come with what I'm seeing and what I'm, my experiences, my personal experiences I've also shared. When we got married, my husband was a Navy captain, and how in India that time of 25 years ago, dowry was still, prevalent and all.
Yes.
And so there was a brand new cars in the house, and these people who come and dance in our Indian society when you get married, So they had arrived, and nicely music and all is playing, and I'm like a nice bride, I'm sitting, and many people of the colony are sitting, and then this one of the sisters, oh my God, the daughter-in-law is very beautiful. She's got a brand new car also. And instantly I said, daughter-in-law is fine, but she's not got the car.
Yes.
And one of the fellow who's sitting is saying, oh my God, this daughter-in-law has not. Look at her tongue. And you see, when you your point of view forward, the mentality of that person.
Just checking. Hi.
So all the ideas are all what you see and your own life experiences. Life itself is so beautiful. It gives you so many experiences. And I always believe, what your experiences, learning experiences should be an example to others,
Exactly.
I believe the future is female. If we've gone through something, we have to tell the younger generation. It's very important.
Yes, definitely. But what would you like to say? There are women, of course, they should be economically independent, but like we are fortunate, when I think about myself also, my parents are also very, strong, and they never, I never even knew that I'm a daughter or something. I have always been like a son, and you have to go and do this and all. But not everyone is that much fortunate.
Yeah.
There are girls, even not just after marriage, before marriage also, the family is not like that, who is very supportive. So I have seen, even in my extended family also. So how those girls, they should come out of those things? How should they fight? How should they keep themselves motivated?
Yeah, I think one thing is very important. Indian girls have been taught that when you go, you have to adjust. That's absolutely bullshit.
Yes.
She is leaving her family. She stays in the house for 25 to 28 years. I think it's the onus lies on the bride's house that they have to adjust for this girl who has come in your house.
Yes.
So when you upbring your child with that mentality, it makes in earlier times girls used to tell, "Arey koi baat nahi, if your husband has told you something, bear it."
Yes.
If you bear it once, you give an idea to others, okay, she'll bear it,
Yes.
The amount of respect you want is the amount of tolerance you do. So please do not tolerate anything which your mind does not. See, if you love someone, some things, sometimes someone is not in good mood. It's okay. Sometimes you are not in your good mood.
Yes,
Marriage is an institution which is based on 4 T's. Trust. Time spent together. When you spend time together, that bond is developed. And talk to each other with the problems. And last is touch. All these things are interrelated. And give yourself time, because you're new when you go into a new house. But you should not be that, okay, you don't become the scapegoat.
Yeah.
something or the other, and then seek out. There are so many ways you can seek out help. Why not?
Mm. Yeah,
You have
definitely.
to keep yourself motivated. I always say, when someone asks me, how are you? I always say, I'm good, I'm great. Why? When you exude positivity, you are happy, and
Yes.
when you are, what you give is what you get. Even
course.
in worse circumstances, just try to be happy. And when you are happy, your mind will be positive thoughts and minds, they will make you happy. So that is the thing. And just believe in yourself, believe in your credentials. The default setting in a life should be believe. Yes, I can do it. I'm capable of it. Yes, then you will do it.
Absolutely. You're motivating so much that I'm feeling so much energetic. Exactly. So, coming to the question, like when you what it is the things that motivates you. There will be times that everybody's life has something. There are problems or any kind of a thing. So, how do you keep yourselves motivated?
See, I would say my late father was very motivated. He really motivated me a lot, and he never forced anything on us, and I am the second daughter, and I know in those times, second daughter, it's okay, God wanted this only. He never made me feel like that. So even if I'm sitting in the library and I used to come at 8 o'clock, he never questioned me. Why you are so late? When you repose so much faith in your children, and you let them sparkle and fly in the blue azure sky, the children, they will never do anything wrong, because your parents have reposed so much faith in you. And then your mental level is so nice and peaceful and calm. Because I used to hear stories, my parents will scold me. I never thought my parents, even if I bunked college and went to a movie and I came back and told my parents, okay, I've done this, my parents would never scold me. They believed in me. So the same thing, I have done this. When in the moment when the question was which you asked is when I am. Everyone has the ups and lows in life. Everyone. So in that moment of low, when you're very low, I always, there's this beautiful quote from William Wordsworth. When oft upon my couch I lie, when oft upon my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, the good memories flash upon my inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude. So just surround yourself with good memories. That low period will go off. And whenever I'm low, I just write a poem. If you allow me, I will read my self-composed poem. This is so close to my heart, and it is my mantra of life.
Please.
The title of the poem is Letting Go. And I will request all of you to follow this wholeheartedly. Letting go of the past frustrations. Letting go of the people's expectations. Letting go of the pressure of perfection. 99.9% negativity is mental projections. I shed my fears. I shed my inhibitions. I give a damn to judgmental divisions. I accept here that I'm not seeking perfection. I start new. I rise. I fail. It's never too late to shatter the glass ceilings. Never too late to shatter the misogynist connotations. How many times will I crumble and break and rise from the ashes again and again? The Leo in me will shout and speak. Putting yourself first is never weak. So that is the mantra of my life. Putting yourself first is never weak. If you put yourself first, I'm telling you, female, ladies, friends, everything will come in place. This, we mothers have this, oh my God, what will my son say? What will my daughter say? They won't say anything. Just think of it. Love yourself first before you love your family.
Yes.
And when you love yourself, you're not selfish. You are very, very strong women, because loving yourself, only a strong female can love herself first, then her family.
Exactly. I absolutely
beautiful poem.
That's so inspiring. Definitely, each and every word's like it has been so thoughtful. Whatever has been written, amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for sharing it with us. And my next question, like you brought this topic, like how your father was raising you, your parents were raising you, and like the same thing what you do with your kids. A lot of parents, and especially the moms, they have about the parenting thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes the kids they do certain things. So how to tell our kids, especially the teenagers like you have. So how do you motivate them and tell them what is the right and what is the wrong? You know, in with the confidence in them. So a little
I think
parenting tip.
as when you have teenager children, we should
Mhm.
realize that they are growing. They have a
Yeah.
voice of their own. If you keep
Mhm.
on nagging your children, you are
Mhm.
shunning your children from them. Listen to them. Listen very politely. Listen. And one thing more, when my children were very small, they used to say, "Mom, I've written this." There used to be many grammatical mistakes. I used to never pinpoint them
Mm.
because the whole enthusiasm of the child goes. If
Yeah.
in a line of 50 lines, there are 5 grammatical mistakes, does it really matter? There's no competition.
Nothing.
So the
True.
next time the child writes anything, he'll come running, he or she will come running towards you. So, and then when they have shown me, you've given them, gifts and all, and they're very happy. Then when the submission date comes, then you tell, it's like mistakes, huh? Can you just correct
Yeah.
it? So that is very important. We mothers, we tend to be overprotective. I think,
Yes.
and just don't fall after numbers. Numbers do not matter
Mhm.
at all. This
True.
competition does not matter. The children should peak at the right time.
Yes.
Every child is blessed with some or other gems. Let it. This is in our times. There were doctors and engineers, and
Yes.
there's so many avenues now.
Yeah. True.
My
I
daughter
mean,
is doing from Rhode Island School of Design. She's doing a major in industrial designing. I mean, in our time,
wow.
it was never a topic. And my
Yeah.
son is robotic and engineering. I mean, there's so many
Wow.
different avenues
Yeah.
now.
Yes, it's a complete different world. That's absolutely true. That's
And
what
you
I
should be
tell my.
friends. You should be friends with your children. But remember, they will not tell you everything. They have their own
Yeah.
secrets. Give them their privacy. Yeah? When we were young, we didn't tell anything to our. We also, kept some secrets. The hidden secrets in our
Yes.
boxes. There were many of them. And so it's an age. They are in that. We have gone through them. So if you keep on interfering in their lives, it's a very
Yes.
beautiful line of Sudha Murthy. I had read it. Disenchantment in enchantment. You should be attracted towards your children, but you should put your 2 steps backwards. So when these kids are ready, when you love someone, let it go. If it comes back, it was yours. Now you cannot
Yes.
hinder your child's growth by being
Yes.
selfish. You want him or her to be with you. No, these are millennials. They will fly
Yeah.
off. For them, the
Yeah.
entire world is a small place. So
Exactly.
disenchantment in enchantment should be the mantra of life.
Oh, very true. Definitely. Such a beautiful thing. My next question is very interesting question. The thing is that you are not just a motivational speaker doing, social work and motivating. You are a mom also. You are a
Yep.
wife also. You are a daughter-in-law also and everything, right? So, how do you manage time? How do you manage time? How do you take out time for doing all stuff and making it sure that your other things, like of course the duties of mom is also very important. Duties of a wife is also very important. How do you manage it?
See, I have been blessed with 2 feminist guys in my life.
Oh.
One is my husband. He's absolutely feminist guy, and I really love him for that. And one is my son. He's also very feminist. So my daughter, she's a staunch feminist. And I have always believed the work as not as my duty.
Mhm.
When you add the duty to the work,
Yeah.
it becomes work. It's not work for me. It's the love which I'm sharing with my children.
Very
I
true.
remember when they were young, I should get up all night. I was up, helping
Yeah.
with the projects, not sleep. I said, no, I'm enjoying it. I love doing all things with them. Now also, if they're studying abroad or we are FaceTiming, I like talking, and I will rather not sleep than talk. So
Yes.
you do not think it as your duty, and you are a wife, you're a daughter-in-law, you're a mother, you are a daughter, you're a sister, but above all, you are a woman. And you should be proud of that. You are the woman who's been given this power to procreate. No one in this world has this energy. You are the one, the privileged one to give birth. So always have that aura and that attitude. I am the one. So you are second to none. Rather, you are the topmost. You are the flag bearer of the house, and the house is yours. So I know people, they're so particular about the cleanliness of the house. I've never told my kids. They don't want to create mess, create it, do whatever you want to do it, but just clean it.
Yeah.
And it's you when you interfere. I mean, I have seen people who are so finicky about cleanliness. Please don't play with blocks. I mean, they're kids. If they don't play with blocks, follow the space. You and I have not to play with the blocks, man. Let them enjoy life. This childhood is not going to come back. Let them play.
Yeah.
Let them enjoy.
True.
So it's a love which you give. I always believe, if you give love, you give it once, you give it twice, it is definitely going to come back to you. People also realize, oh my God, she's so loving, she's so caring. I mean, you make them feel guilty, so they love you back.
But in the love on there, you have to give back.
Too many secrets getting revealed.
Very true. And I do sometimes tell my kids they make so much mess sometimes, and I'm the one, I make them clean. So
I think one thing is all also I've seen, the children who are allowed to make mess, to play with blocks in a tender young age, to scribble wherever they want.
Yes.
They are very creative. They are very creatives. Their life approach is different from the children who keep this. There may be children who be keeping all the things properly, but their life, what they become in life, is different. These kids, they are very creative. New ideas come to them. So let them grow. I mean, we've also done so much. I mean, we've done so much of naughtiness when we were kids.
Very true. No, absolutely.
I love to don all hats, but I will add, I hate this word when they call women is superwoman. No, I'm not a superwoman, and neither I want to be. And especially on this Mother's Day or on the Women's Day, please do not. Every day is a Women's Day. Please respect women, and that is very important in life.
Yeah. That's a very fantastic, very important thing which you said. Like Women's Day or Mother's Day, I tell my kids sometimes they bring something. I really love it and all that. I give them hugs.
My children also really thank me. That's welcome. That's welcome.
But I tell them for us every day is a Mother's Day. They ask me that you don't give anything to Nani or you don't say anything. I said, see, I love her all the time, 24 hours, 24/7.
Yes.
So for me, it's every day. It's like I don't need a date for it.
Actually, lots of thinking has also gone into it. This commercialization of the events.
Exactly.
There's too much of commercialization. Our times, there was not Archies and stuff like that. Now everything is so commercialized.
Yes, exactly. Everywhere. It's just not in India. Over here also, you will see the things which didn't happen before, and now it's happening because every small.
I always believe if it's happening, the young generation, the millennials want to do it. Very good.
Yes.
But the respect and the love should not be pertained to only those
those days.
It
definitely.
is no point in giving very expensive gifts to your mothers or to your wives or to your sisters, on one day, and not respecting them the entire. The respect precedes over any gift. Respect is the paramount, and everyone deserves respect.
Yes.
Simple as that.
Yes, every day is a celebration for even Father's Day or whatever day. I mean,
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. My next question is very important. Did you got any challenges when you started with it? When these things came? Definitely. Did you met any kind of challenges or some incidents or any instance happened which really made you in thinking about it in a different kind of way, how to motivate people? Or
She was there. Yeah, yeah. It's okay.
Sorry, so yeah, any kind of challenge that you faced when you started doing these, becoming a motivational speaker or doing the social work, any kind of
When
thing?
I started Dilserekha on Instagram, I was very circumspect, you know. I was circumspect because the word feminist is not treated with lots of respect in India. People
Yes.
think feminist is a bad word. And I've
Yeah.
always tried to explain, you know. I always say in one of my videos also, I've said my favorite season is the fall of patriarchy. You know, we all have loved it. Now is the time to walk the talk.
You can hear me?
That question. I answered that.
Yeah, yeah.
I said that you know, people from all walk. There are people from different. You know, even our one hand, the fingers
Yes.
are all different. You know, so people cannot be
Yes.
similar. You know, there'll always be
Yeah.
some people who will try to put you down, and those are
Yes.
the people, you know, who are you. So just ignore those people. You know, see from the brighter horizon.
Yeah.
You know, see the wider horizon. What is your basic goal in life? And you should ignore those people and just have your bigger aims in life. Your aim is, even I always say, even if I change one soul, my purpose in life is solved. And I'm so blessed that I've changed many souls.